Hey, how's it all going out there in YouTube land? Yeah, what are we talking about today? Well, I had a question about my 2x72 belt grinder dust collection and what I do and what it looks like. Yeah, so it's going to be a probably short, simple video. It's not too complex what I've done, and it is a work in progress, but you probably know or you don't know that using a 2x72 for making knives or even in the woodwork sort of situation, whatever you're doing, you get a lot of dust. So what I tried to do is just make up a quick little thing, well, not really quick, but a thing here to try and collect some of that dust, because the old workshop gets totally full of it. So with that being said, I'll just go over and give a quick rundown of what I did. May be accessible to people, may not, but it'll give you an idea of what I did, what I've come up with. So yeah, let's do it. So essentially what we got are three parts to it, really. Like I say, it's a work in progress. You might note that I've chalked it up down under here because it's a bit wobbly at times. It just steadies it up. Works good under the flat platen, like I might have said and whatnot. I've got this as close to up there as I can. So what also happens, you take that over there. I made up the bucket, and you've got your 5-inch tube here I've fabricated, and this comes off like so. I've just made that slip on, so there's no worries at all. So the bucket for what I use and what I've done, and we'll go here if you're interested in the dimensions of it. Again, it's all 1.2 I think, or 1.6 sheet. So we're looking at 208 inches that way. We're looking at, there's about 312 inches that way, or a foot. And how high is it? It's yeah, 500, half a metre, or we're looking at 1 foot 7.5 inches. So that's the bucket, simple design. Folded it up by the look of it in one piece. Put a weld down there, fabricated that, and put a little bottom in it, as you'd imagine. There's no worries at all, that's all good. Put some handles on it, and that's cool. So this top here, if you can see that, get the tube over there. The tube for this part I've made 5-inch, and it's 390, or what are we looking at? 1 foot 3 inches, I think that's right. So what happens is that slips off and on, so I can clean it out, and I'll put that on there. It'll slip in there hopefully, like so. That's all good. So the transition on the top, if you yeah, there's not a lot of fabrication skill needed. You don't have to be an advanced fabricator. You probably will need a little bit of knowledge to develop the thing. That's sort of my trade, so that's what I did. How high is it? Let's have a look. So the height of the transition, 330, 1 foot 1 inch. And what I've done, I've made it a rectangle to round. So I've developed it, the whole thing, and then I've cut this piece down afterwards. So what we've got going on here on the top, that's 360, or 1 foot 2 inches, and down here is 12 inch. How wide is it? It would have been around about, me thinking, 310, 320-ish. Again, in inches, that is about, yeah, about 1.5 feet. So you will need access to a press or a folders to make this up. If you're not familiar with how it's done, there's plenty of stuff online, I guess. If I ever make another one, I might do a video on it. But yeah, you could probably, once you've got your pattern developed, you could probably go to a sheety shop and get them to make it up for you. Don't know what that'd cost, but yeah, if you're interested in making one or whatever. Anyway, I'm just showing you what I've got here. So that's that part of it there. What I've got down on the bottom, just because mainly I use it with the flat platen, but quite often I use it with other things. Naturally, when you tilt your grinder over, it's not going to work too well. I've gone for the steel buckets just to avoid a fire risk. You could use whatever bucket you want under there. So you can see down here I've got a split ring, pardon me, and just got a little split ring there, so this will go up and down like so. It should come out, but it's not. There we go, like so. Oh no, it came off. Anyway, that's the basic concept of that. So there we go, and that's how it is, and that's really what you got to work with. So as with everything I do, I sort of make one, have a look at it, and then try and improve it. So this is the second option I started on here. You've just seen that ring. It's still in progress, haven't finished it yet. Transition on the top, which is exactly the same, which will fit up under here. Again, I think I've got the same size pipe on the bottom, 5-inch, and this dirty old bucket here, if you can see that, similar top, comes off, got a dead insect in it, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, same old sort of thing. Like I said, this, I didn't say actually, but this bucket has actually come out a bit bigger in reality than it was in my mind when I was doing it. The ultimate the concept was to actually fit that on the frame, because you might note, if you can see, the frame's got leveling casters on it, so I can roll it around and move it around in my little garage because I don't have a lot of space. So ultimately I'll try and get that onto there somehow. That'll go under there, see if I can get that fitting in, and that'll be, yeah, what it does. So yeah, and that's about it. So really good for the flat platen. Of course, when I tip it sideways, it's not ideal, but it does cut down a lot of dust, like I said. Yeah, I've gone, like I said, you do have to be a little careful with these. When I grind knives and so forth, I get a lot of hot steel dust in it. So if I'm doing wood, I'll actually clean it out, get all the wood dust out of it before I start grinding knives and get the steel in it, just to avoid any sort of fire. But I haven't had a problem yet, touch wood, I don't have a problem, but that's what I do. So one thing I forgot to mention is, if you look down there, if you can see that in the bottom of the shot, I've put a 4mm round bar and stitched it on the top, due to the fact that it's quite light sheet metal, and when you fabricate it up, it just holds its shape a little bit better. And with that all said, yeah, like I said, quite a quick video probably. Yeah, not much else to say about it really. Just gives you some ideas, I guess, of what I've done. That's just what I've done to try and mitigate the dust problem. So yeah, what do you need to know? In time, I might get those drawings available to people just for the development and stuff, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Struggling a bit with the laptop and the software at the moment, but all in good time. If there's any other questions you want to ask me about it, there probably isn't, but yeah, put them in the comments and I'll try and get back to you. Yeah, it's the options. If you were to go down, you've got the basic dimensions. If you're thinking about making one, go to a local sheety shop. I'm sure they could bang one up for you in no time at all. And there's probably better options too, and better ideas. So if you've got any better ideas, just let me know also in the comments. So having said all that, do you need a lot of fabrication skill to make it? Really? No, you just need to be able to fold that thing up and develop it. And yeah, so yeah, that's about all I can say on it. And yeah, I hope this video's found you safe and well, and you've enjoyed your day, and hopefully I've answered the question that was asked. So yeah, take care and enjoy the rest of your day.